Hello students, in the last video we see that to solve the transportation problem using matrix minima method. Now the third method is Vosges approximation method, VAM, also called as unit cost penalty method. VAM method usually provides a better starting solution than the above two methods, northwest corner method and least cost entry method. In fact, most of the time VAM yields an optimum or close to optimum starting solution. There are 5 steps to obtain the initial feasible solution by VAM method. So, step first, determine the difference between the smallest cost and the second smallest cost for each row and for each column. These differences are called penalties. For row, put these differences along the side of the transportation table against the respective rows. For column, put these differences below the corresponding columns. It should be noted that difference may be 0. So, in first step, we have to find the difference between smallest cost and second smallest cost for each row and for each column. For row, we take the difference this along the table, and for column, this below the table. So, for row O1, 13, 15, 16. So the smallest cost is 13 and second smallest cost is 15. So difference of this 15 minus 13 equals to 2. Now for the second row, the smallest element is 2 and second smallest is 7. So difference of this 7 and 2 is 5. For third row, smallest is 7 and second smallest is 9. So difference is 2. Now for the column, we take these differences below the table. So for the first row, 13, 7, 7. So smallest is 7 and second smallest is also 7. We also given that it should be noted that difference may be 0. So here difference is 7 minus 7, 0. Now for second column, smallest is 11 and second smallest is 15. So difference is 4. For this column, smallest is 2 and second smallest is 9. So 7. Now step second, identify the row or column with the maximum difference among all the rows and columns. If the maximum difference occurs in the row, then we mark this arrow for row. If the maximum difference occurs in the column, then we mark this arrow. Choose the cell which has the smallest cost and allocate the maximum possible quantity to the lowest cost cell in that row or column, so as to exhaust the supply at a particular destination. If a tie occurs in the differences, select that row or column which has maximum cost. If there is a tie in the minimum cost also, select that rows or columns which has maximum possible assignments. This reduces the computational work. So example, so among these differences, select the maximum difference. So maximum is 7. 7 is the difference of column. So for column we mark upper side arrow this way. So for this column, we consider this column. So minimum cost is 2. So we select 2. For 2, supply is 12 and demand is 23. So select minimum of supply and demand. Here minimum is 12. So allocate 12. 12 minus 12 0, and here 11. So next step is step 3. Reduce the row supply or the column demand by the amount assigned to the cell. Next step is 4. If the supply satisfy, cross out that row. If the demand satisfy, cross out that column. If both satisfy, cross out both row and column. So here row satisfy, that is row cost supply is 0, so we cross out this row. If the column is satisfy, then we cross out that column. If both row and column are satisfied, then we cross out both row and column. Next step 5. Repeat step 1, step 2, step 3 and step 4 for the reduced transportation table until all capacity and demand satisfied. So we repeat these 4 steps for to get the reduced transportation table. Now all these allocations that we have made in the above tables can now be combined into a single transportation. We can obtain initial feasible solution by evaluating z equals to summation j equals to 1 to n and summation I equals to 1 to m Cij Xij. So here we find the initial feasible solution by combining the allocations. So this is the Oja's approximation method. We see the example in the next video.